welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dakota, and today I kind of went a little I went there. Today I tested out some new products and went in on some new techniques, tried out some new techniques, and I'm actually really proud of the outcome. If you guys want to see how I achieved this look, keep on watching.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words.
I'm gonna try to focus mostly on my eye area. I'm trying to film on my camera for the first time, really. I'm trying to get used to filming on my camera, so bear with me if the focus is kind of awful. I never really film videos on a camera. I usually use my iPhone, so I'm trying to, genuinely, I forgot what the hell I was going to say. So anyways, I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to put that on my eyelid and spread it out as much as possible. Yes, I'm using my dusty, crispy fingers. Pardon my nails. I don't believe in acrylic. Me and a set of nails don't go hand in hand. It's not a good idea. So I have my eyelids primed, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna start small, okay? So you guys said orange and green and blue and yellow, so I'm just gonna try to contribute those colors throughout this entire look. I guess I'm gonna jump into the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette first. I'm not showing that, and I'm just gonna do some things. I'm gonna grab that neon green shade and just pack it and try to follow the same shape as I did on the other eye, which will probably most definitely not happen. Once I have that, I'm going to go in with the bright orange shade right above it. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer. So what I'm gonna do is take that light blue. I'm going in with a nude shade just to set the concealer because I forgot to do it beforehand. So before you start packing on any more color, make sure you set your concealer. So now that I have the blue packed onto my eye, I'm going to go in with some yellow. This looks a little crazy, but trust in the process. So once again, I'm going to go in and cut this face. Now my eyes are looking a little wonky. I'm looking a little crazy. I don't know exactly what is going on here. I'm gonna go and add some moisturizer to my face because my skin's been giving me shit lately. So I gotta treat it nice, gotta treat it good. I'm gonna be taking the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and using that to prime my base. Everything everywhere. I'm gonna take this Too Faced Born This Way concealer and just put this underneath of my eyeball so to really like wake me up before I put my foundation on, because these under eye bags, I've also been breaking out like everywhere, so this is like a really good like color correct kind of method that you can do to just prevent your foundation from having dark spots. Not that there's really anything wrong with it, it's like up to you how you want to do it. So I just like to put on a layer of concealer before I go in on my foundation. I'm gonna set this with some setting spray. Let this all melt together. And then I'm going to let this kind of dry for a second. Concealer has dried pretty much as I needed it to, and I'm going to go in with foundation now. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Fenty foundation. Bretman Rock said not to put foundation on your nose, so I don't put foundation on my nose.
And that's on motherfucking period.
I'm going to take a blending brush once again and just blend that all into my skin. Make sure you bring your foundation down to your neck, okay? For foundation, I just prefer to use a brush over a sponge at first, and then I go in with a sponge afterwards to make sure that everything is blended. I think it's just like, I try different methods and I get into certain methods, and then it just constantly changes for me. There's certain methods that like I just stick to, but then there's times where I like stick to something else. I don't know, I'm always switching up my routine. I'm always trying to learn more techniques. Shit, this looks really light on me. I think it's because like the camera and now I can finally know if my foundation shit. So next I'm going to be using this microfiber velvet sponge by Glamming Co. They sent me this as PR, and honestly I've used it, and I mean I really like it for a beauty sponge. It's a little bit more dense than I usually go for with a beauty sponge. Like usually I'll just like mine really soft, but this I feel like it really like just helps give the skin a very natural like skin effect. I don't know how to explain it but as you can see, if possibly maybe if it focuses, like there's some parts that the brush did not really like pick up that well, so when I go over it with the sponge, it just kind of makes sure it's all blended. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, Glamming Co. I'm gonna be honest, like the first time I used this sponge, it wasn't doing the trick. Like I was just like, okay, it's an average beauty sponge, like it does its thing. But now that I'm actually like taking my time and really observing what I'm doing instead of just doing my makeup on the go, I am kind of obsessed with it. I think it doesn't help also that the color is pink and the packaging is so cute. Like just take all my money. And I'm gonna take this e.l.f. hydrating concealer. I literally have like nothing in this little container, but I'm gonna take some and I'm just gonna put it like right here, because that is where my bags are like the worst. And I'm gonna put some right here as well, just a little dope. Put some on the tip of my nose, and then on this pimple because it's giving me all the stress. And now I'm going to go back in with a blending brush. With everything going on, it's just really important that you're taking the time that you need to make sure your brain is good. Because I feel like when you're trying to change the world, it gets really over, like, you know, it gets really like, you get sidetracked. Your mental health gets kind of like put in a corner. You can't really think about what you're going through. But I think it's important for all of us to acknowledge and remember like who we are. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Like, I think it's important to remember that, like, hey, like, just as much as you're trying to help other people and everything like that, you also need to make sure you're good. So please make sure you're checking up on your friends and checking up on yourself, especially. Like, make sure you're okay. Make sure that, you know, sometimes you need a day where you feel things. Like, if you need to feel bad for a day, like, hey, like, I think that's one thing that I struggle with a lot in life, is that I'm always constantly trying to feel good. Like, I'm constantly trying to feel happy. Like, every time that, like, I feel anything other than just pure happiness, I feel like there's something wrong. Like, it's weird. It's kind of really weird, but it's not weird, but it's just something I go through. It's something I face, and I'm sure there's more people out there in the world who go through similar things. So if you feel like if you can relate to that, I feel like it can get really overwhelming trying to life gets overwhelming. So I think it's important that you remember, in order to make an impact, in order to make any sort of difference, you have to make sure your mental health and everything is on tip-top shape. That's facts. You can't change the world or anything like that if you're not taking care of your own self. Like, so please make sure you're also taking care of your brain, all while you're just changing the world. I think it's so amazing. You know, everything that's going on right now, like, as terrible as it is, like, it's also, you know, you can just feel the change happening. You can feel the love, like, and that's what the world needs. I want to be as vocal as possible with things that go on in the world, you know, things that aren't right. And I really try to be, you know, I try to educate myself as much as possible, because I don't like to speak on things that I don't know. I want to be educated as much as possible, so I've been wanting to make a video on a lot of things, talking about a lot of things, but I just haven't been able to sum up the words. So I apologize if my absence has, you know, caused anyone any sort of pain. I don't think it has, but, you know, like, sometimes I forget that, like, oh, like, my existence impacts others. So I kind of like go through periods where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ghost. I'm just gonna disappear from everyone's life for a moment. Like, it's not good. It's definitely not healthy. And, you know, that happens a lot with my YouTube too. So yeah, just make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Like, just make sure, just do it. Just do the thing. Just do the damn thing. I used Glammy Co. lashes today in the style Glam Doll. I am a Glammy Co. affiliate, so if you use my code Dakota at checkout, you are not only helping a small business, but you are also helping a small influencer at the same time. So guys, please, please, please do me a favor. And do yourself a favor and check out Glammy Co. I can't express how amazing of a brand they are. Like, they genuinely are so incredible. As you can tell, these lashes are super duper cute. I'm gonna make them look more real in a minute. I just want them to dry and kind of set in place, but I'm feeling it. Also, I added some glitter, so I'm just gonna go in with my favorite Bretman Rock palette from Morphe. It's this highlighter palette, and I'm just gonna go in with some shades and highlight my cheekbones. Alright, so this is the final look for today's video. I don't know what to call this look, much like my other videos. It just kind of happens in the moment. I finished up my lips, and for lips today I used a nude lip liner, my lip oils, and also a lip gloss from Luscious Lips by Leash. Sorry if I pronounce this wrong. They're a small brand over on Instagram. They're super cute. They sell lashes, glitter, and lip gloss, different types of products. I used their lip gloss today in the shade Purple Kiss. So if you are following me on Instagram or any other social media site, you guys should know by now that I'm selling my own lip oils. By the time that this video is up, there should be a restock. I sold out within the first couple days, which is so amazing. And yeah, so if you are interested in buying a lip oil from me, make sure you guys check out my Instagram or any other social media site because I promote it anywhere. So I'll also leave the link down below so you can check it out. Thank you to everyone who has bought a lip oil from me or has bought from me already. It means so much to me, especially because we sold out in just minutes. You got some eye please. Say hi. She always look grumpy, but she ain't grumpy. She ain't grumpy. Thank you so much for joining me in this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's been so long since I've last filmed, so you know, it just felt good to record something. If you aren't already, make sure you check me out on my other social media platforms. The links are down below. And that being said, I'm just gonna finish this video. Thank you guys so much for coming here today. It was so nice to have you. Keep being awesome, keep being great, and make sure you go out there and be the change that you want to see in the world. I'll see you next time.